Hey everybody, Richter Knives here, your favorite knife tuber, episode number 84. And today we're going to have a look at one of my favorite pocket knives. Now, before we get into this, grab your popcorn, open up the Lord's drink, and let's get ready to look at a cool looking knife. Sorry about that, that's really good and cold. See the sweat coming off that dude? That's what I'm talking about, old son. Nothing like that. All right, let's check it out. This is going to be the knife. Number 15, 1116 Chestnut Peach Seed Jig Bone. You may have seen this on my channel, but I've never really featured it in like a review and just gave it its own little show. Well, here we go. I like the tube. This is old school, 2016. Tom's Choice, a Barlow in every pocket. So I'm not going to read all this, but I will put it in screen so you can pausellate it, boop, and then read it. So there's that. That's pretty cool art. Chicken stew. That's pretty cool stuff right there. So enough looking at the tube. It did come with this pin, a Barlow in every pocket. I got a few of these pins. They're pretty neat. But that's kind of, what I do with them. Stick them right back in the tube and stick it on the shelf. Let's look at the knife. I've got in one of these grid leather slips, and it's got some good patina on it. Patina, patina, patina. Is it even patina if you don't say it 3 times? Probably not. Here she is, folks. I'm just going to have a look around this. You can see she's been well used. So, it's got the peach seed jig bone, and that jigging, I want to say that word right, jigging, because sometimes it sounds like chicken when I say it. Look at that chicken. Well, it's not. It's chicken. It's just jigging. Jigging. I'm Texas, y'all. Gosh. Don't be so judgy. Anywho. Peach seed jig bone. I love the color on this. Kind of reminds me of the old timers back in the day, where they had the dark and then the light. Around there. What's weird is back when I was a kid, Barlow, I thought, was like the cheapest, knife you could get. And here days, it seems to be one of the most expensive, but that's kind of strange. But you can see why now they're kind of expensive, because, the attention to detail on these, GEC has seriously done the best Barlow there is. I can't think of a better Barlow than what GEC has been doing. Not even just this pattern, the 77, the 86, the 15, the 14, these TC Barlows to me are my favorite. It's got 1095 blade steel on this clip point with a long pull and a swedge. On that blade it says Titty Cutlery, made in USA. Praise the Lord for the USA, my favorite country. GEC TIW 151116. So the 15 is the pattern number, which is the Huckleberry Boys knife pattern, the boy's knife. The 1 is for the clip point blade. The next one is for, it's one bladed, right? And then the last number 16 is the year that it was made, 2016. So this one has all the teeners. You could see the oranges, the grays, the blues, the schnozberries, everywhere. To me, it looks better this way than brand new. I wouldn't trade this for a brand spanking new one. I just love the character it gets. Not only that, but if you'll look at the bolsters, they've started to get the teeners too. It's hard to see in this light, but it's starting to turn as well. You're starting to get a little teeners on there. I really like it a whole lot. The back spring as well, starting to get that teener. It's got, I believe, I don't know what kind of pins that is. Probably stainless steel. Doesn't look like brass to me. It's got the fluting on the bolsters right there, which I believe that's a really nice touch. It looks really good. A lot of people don't like anything on the bolsters of a Barlow, but I think this TC is just classy. Classy. And then put it together with the back spring. That looks like one piece of metal when they get done with it. They do such a great job on these back springs, GEC. It's centered right down the middle. That's a strike. That's a strike, folks. And here's one of the things I love about this knife in particular. And it sounds so good. The acoustics on the walk and talk. Listen, it's snappy. Woo! Open is probably, I'll give that about it's about a 5.5. And I'm gonna do this fancy like. Check it out. Woo! Do you see that? I'm fancy. The pull right there is probably about a 5 as well. 5.5. But it's so snappy. It's just like, bam, it's there. And it sounds really good. The walk and talk is just on point on this knife. Every 15 I've ever held has a great walk and talk. I've always wanted a TC Barlow. There's 2 of them that I wanted really bad. Let's see, Randy Johnson has one. And if you've ever seen his channel or his TC Barlow, I believe he might even have more than one. But I know he has one that is a saw cut version of about this color. It's saw cut bone. And he has the sheep's foot blade. And that configuration is probably my dream slip joint. It's a single blade. But the second favorite out of all the TCs that they've made would be this one, the clip point and the peach seed jig bone. I love the long pull and the swedge on this clip point. Most of the time I'm a nail knit guy, but this one, I mean, just put your peepers right there. Look at it. That is insanely beautiful. It just looks like something old world, so much character. It just looks like something you go back to the 1940s and some feller have something like this on him. You know what I mean? That's a gentleman's carry. I mean, you might see somebody, you know, carrying this knife and they got Dapper Dan in their hair. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Let's do some size comparisons. You want to? Let's do it. So that is that. Let's move some of this stuff and get a drink of the Lord's drink. Hold on. Don't be jealous. You can afford one of these. It's okay. Let's see. Here is a case swayback gent with the Warncliffe. And you can see the size on this. I put these together. There's a little skeeter in my ear buzzing around. So there's that. Both of these would be really, really good watch pocket knives. This is snappy too. And if you'll close it, you'll see it's not much difference in the size of that. Ish. It's a little taller. And just a tad bit wider. Man, there's skeeters everywhere, for Pete's sake. Let's see what else. A lot of people have this knife you could compare to. This is a mini trapper, a case mini trapper. The deuce blade. It's improved, y'all. She's got the Warncliffe. Shiny. So it's about the same height. This is a deuce blade, so it is a little thicker. So there's that comparison. And what else I've got here? I got a 94, I believe. This is a 94 or 49. Which one is this? The 94. I should have went with my gut. That's a lesson to you. Go with your gut. This is a little smaller, but I will say this. And she's got the clip point too, but this is the non-fancy version. Titty cutlery, and it's got the nail nick instead of the long puller, but really close. This one's snappy too. Listen, put shh, you in the back, quiet so everybody can hear. Oh, snappy. Anywho, and then what else do I have over here? I have a 56. If you have handled the 56, this one doesn't have a half stop. You'll know that this is a kind of a small knife, but look, it's just almost the same size as that 15. I mean, that's right on same size. This is the fancy 5 version with all the pinched and fluted bolsters and the cloud shield and the wood and the brass and all the stuff. Anyway, let's get back to this knife. I really did want that saw cut sheep's foot like Randy had, but this one, I actually found this one. A buddy of mine from Instagram has been wanting one of my knives, and he's like, hey man, I'll trade you this for this. And then we kind of went back and forth about a trade for one of my 74s, I believe it was. And I was like, no, I can't let it go. I love that knife. I love it. And then he ended up showing me one of these, and I'm like, hey, let's do it. And then he kind of got apprehensive, and he's like, let me see what I can get. Well, he ended up obtaining 2 more like this, so he didn't mind giving one up. You know what I'm saying? He went on the lookout so he could get their knife in a trade. And I finally got, one of these TCs that I like. I'd had a sepia saw cut bone with the spear point blade, and it just never did speak to me. You know what I'm saying? You ever have a knife that's really cool and you like it, but it's just not, you're not bonding with it. You know what I'm saying? Not like I'm trying to be best friends with this knife. I'm not a weirdo. Maybe I am. I don't know. I'm just saying. I bond with this one. I like this one. We're clicking. You know what I'm saying? We're clicking. Everything about this speaks to me. Like old Wrangler Star would say, it gives me the fizz. Just that feeling. The feeling like, woo, looky here. We're going to be friends for a long time. And we are. So, I like that it has the TC on both sides. Everybody's seen a TC Barlow. I'm just showing you mine. Nothing fancy here. But I really did just want to put this on video because I haven't really showed you around this thing and talked about this thing. And I like the patina look on it. Y'all know me and them teeners. I like the snap. I like the size. For a slip joint, to me, this is almost perfect. I usually carry a slip joint with the modern in my right pocket. I'll put this down in my pocket, usually with a slip, not all the time, but usually with a slip, and that way it don't do this thing in your pocket. It just kind of stands up. Because we all been there before. You put a knife in your pocket and you put it down like this, and it ends up like doing this, and it looks stupid in your pocket. And then you wonder about your life choices, and then you end up getting broke up and divorced. I don't know. Anywho, just wanted to show you this knife. One more look around. She's pretty. She's pretty. Shoot them down there in the comments. Do you like these TCs, and what is your favorite version of the TC Barlow? I mean, do you like the 14s? Do you like those better? They're really small. I did see an 86. Now, Duty's Daggers has this Yellow Rose of Texas Barlow. It's an 86. I made a slip for her, and that thing is gorgeous. One of the prettiest slip joints I ever laid my eyes on. But I love this one. This is going to stay with me. Now, you know, usually when you get a pocket knife, if you're ever going to trade it or sell it, I already know. This is going to stay with me. One of my kids will enjoy this, or my grandkids, or whoever. Somebody will, hopefully. Enjoy it, know what it is, and come back and watch this video and be like, wow, that is a pretty cool knife. And from my favorite knife company, GEC, here is the 15 TC Barlow Peach Seed Cheekbone. There you go. All right. Tell your mom and them, tell your friends, tell your crush, tell your barber about Richter knives. Hit that like button, subscribe. Richter out.